Like I said, it's been a while, but like now that I'm getting better in my health, I'm
And we're back here once again with another episode of the MSK show, and this is going to be episode 235. So I hope you guys had a great day, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week that is ahead of you. And in this episode of the MSK show, I am going to be having a conversation with Nomiwithoutyou. It's going to be her first appearance on this show. She did have a first appearance on my Iron Man podcast, actually pretty sure it was either 2023 or 2024, but with life, since I'm a hot, rich, good-looking man, you kind of move on from things. Actually, it's like when Elon Musk was having a conversation with one of his ex-wives, and she had a conversation with him, and she basically said, Elon, you got to settle down in life, you got to look at the finer things. And he was like, women are just like technology, you always got to look for an upgrade. It's like, what the heck?
it's funny how life moves so fast and you have to adapt to the times and change and everything.
But she's actually one of the few people that I'm going to have on the show that have actually met me in real life. So can you confirm I'm a tall, hot, rich, good-looking guy?
He is a tall, good-looking guy. I'm not sure about the rich because I wasn't around you that often when we were in Vegas. So to be determined, but I'll take that as face value.
Oh, God. See, you got to just butter me up just a little bit. A few compliments from women is all I need. This year, Vegas went to a strip club.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
That was a very interesting time because a guy like me, I just go to work and I just come home and I go to the gym sometimes whenever I'm not like super lazy and I just do this. Just seeing like hot ladies pick and come to you. It's never happened in my life ever. I was like, what? That's a different thing. I usually have women coming up to me. And keep in mind, if you want people to know this in life, if you're a guy, you're going to have to doing the most of the approaching when it comes to women, actually. Yeah, being a guy, girls coming up to me, that's like never happened unless they're trying to, sell something.
I think that's what the girls are doing there at the club, trying to sell you something.
God. I'm not saying I had a connection with one of them, but one of them was very interesting. I'll just say that. Look up her Instagram profile. She had like pronouns in her bio. I'm like, oh my God. Of course. Literally, of course. Then we had a group of dudes that went. One of them was trying to not say minister to one of them, but like, I'm not going to a strip club to tell them about their life decisions. I could care less what they're doing. This is not even real. Keep in mind, this is like a job. They probably heard these things like 1,000 times. They're just throwing that shit out, honestly. One of the guys, they're like, you know what? I'm just going to tell her to not do this and challenge her about men. And it's like, why? It's not even worth your time. The ladies don't even care what we're saying. All she wants is money.
That's what they're working for. So, yeah.
So it's been a while since we talked, actually. So we'll just kind of start it here. So since like you might have a second appearance or third appearance later on down the road in the future, we'll start from the very beginning. So how was your life growing up, actually?
My life growing up? Well, I'm still growing up. It's going pretty good so far in this phase. I had a little bit of hiccup in my health earlier this year. I had to have a unexpected surgery that I took a while to recover, but it looks like it's swimming along as kind of planned, the things that I had planned for 2025. So I obviously had to cancel some things, and now that I wouldn't say I'm fully recovered, but I'm feeling a lot better that I can start picking up and getting things going now.
Was it like one of those like huge shockers like you see in the TV shows and the movies where it's like the character just drops something on the main protagonist and they're just like, well, all right, I guess I'm a Super Saiyan now.
I wish I could be a Super Saiyan. Well, it was more of like I've noticed a huge difference in my health, and I was like, you know what? I need to get I'm a naturalist. I do everything natural. I refuse. I wouldn't say refuse, but if I cannot go to the doctor, I will avoid that. Not that I'm afraid of it. It's more of like they're gonna give me medications that I don't need without solving the problem. So I've been I've been healthy overall. So when it came to the point where I'm like, I can't breathe. My back hurts so much. Like it was becoming problematic. Like I couldn't walk. Where I'm like, you know what? Let's go to the doctor finally. And the doctor's like, no, you have something pretty bad. We need to have a surgery immediately. So it was a pretty big life changing decision to make in that moment.
That's crazy because like some of the times when women say their back hurts, I usually generally think it's like maybe their chest is doing it, honestly, or maybe it's like
Mhm.
stomach problems. But you just had a horrible scare. That's
Well
crazy.
well, how you said it, I was relating to those things. I was like, it's this. Oh, it's that. It's this." And I was kind of, like, gaslighting myself for the longest
Mhm,
time where it finally came like, "No, my lower back hurts." Like, it hurts to get out of bed. It hurts to walk. And then whenever I'm walking down, a hallway at the office that I have, I was out of breath completely, and I'm like, I've never been like this, like,
mhm.
dang, like, I'm eating way too many tamales or something." So I honestly thought it was I'm eating too much food, and it wasn't. I was like, "Oh, okay, so it's not food, I'm not a fatty, I'm just sick." And yeah, but, like, everything cleared out. It looks like I had no, like, cancer, no diabetes, but it did have a potential to become cancer, is what I was told. So that's why I had to change my diet. I'm doing better now. Um, I've reduced a lot of my sugar intake, but yeah, like that's my only thing is like, man, I like sweet things. I love little sweet candies and
Yeah,
desserts. So that's why I'm like, well, it's okay. This is for my health for me to stay longer.
that's the cope we tell ourselves when that thing happens. Like, I had this thing with PayPal Pay in 4. I don't think I told you when I met you. It's like I
Mhm.
think I've been spending a little bit too much money. Not like I was gonna go broke or anything, but you look at your finance and you go, "Wow, I've gone insane." It's like that thing
Mhm.
you tell yourself, "I'm not gonna be that person that overdoes it," but
Yeah.
then I overdid it, and I went literally I went just this month straight without ordering anything new from like
Mhm.
PayPal Pay in 4. Like, yeah, but bunch of payoff,
Yeah, I've
money
heard
over
of that.
2 weeks. God, I think I had 12. I had 12 going. It was insane. I was like, okay, I need to calm down. This is actually insane. So I
Mhm.
understand how you feel. Like you just get into that point in life where you don't want to go to the doctor because it's that thing of like, I'm scared of what they're gonna tell me. But
Well, no, I'm also stubborn in a lot of ways in my life. So that's why I was like, if I have a cold, I'm just gonna like take a day off of work, just stay at home,
yeah,
eat soup, take my vitamins here. They're gonna tell me the same thing. Why would I waste a trip? But yeah, like I wouldn't say like you need to take a it takes a lot for me to be convinced for me to like go to the doctor. Technically, yes, that's actually what I am saying. Um, I I just avoid it because why would I waste my time and a good sick day from work knowing that they're gonna just give me some subscription, some antibiotics and go home. So I rather just do that here with natural antibiotics.
yeah. Like you'll go to the doctor or they'll have like X-rays or whatever, and then it's literally something like, well, here's just some ibuprofen or Tylenol or some like freaking what was it called, aspirin. It's like I just spent
Yeah.
this much money just to get aspirin or be told I needed to take aspirin. It's like, what? And I feel
Yeah.
like people don't go just because of health insurance too. I think if people had decent health insurance, they would just go more often than not. But health insurance costs a lot of money, you know?
It does. It takes a good amount out of your paycheck, but I think what's going on with the my 2 cents on the healthcare system is people don't care what they eat, and there's a lot of processed bioengineered stuff in foods where, people just eat it, take it at face value because it's so delicious,
Yeah.
goldfish, Cheez-Its, whatever, but no one's reading the ingredients, and that's what's making you really sick. But I've been good my whole life. It's just like, I'm gonna avoid this because if I see something that says bioengineered ingredient, I'm not gonna eat it. Like, no. What like you're basically that's just a secret word of crickets, is basically what it is. So I
Mhm.
rather get my food from the local farmers market because I know that's where the fruits and the veggies are coming from. And then there's a local butcher here in town that I get my meats, and he's proven it's grass fed, hormone free, free range meat. So I'm like, all right, I'd rather do that versus getting red dye 40 steak of meat at, I don't know, Walmart.
You guys have Stater Brothers out there, don't you?
Wait, what?
A Stater Brothers? I'm pretty sure that's a thing in your state too.
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Really? Yeah, or you have
Mm-mm.
you have a Food for Less or anything?
Food for less. No, we don't.
What? So like what are like your grocery stores then? You have obviously have a Walmart. You guys have like Target or anything?
We do have Target out here in El Paso. Target, and then I guess like if you're talking about like cheaper food alternatives. There's like because we're so close to the border of Mexico, there's like S Mart. So there's just a competition. So that's why if you're saying all these names, like I have no idea what you're saying.
That's
But
crazy.
we have an Albertsons, which is basically a Safeway,
Mhm.
or a Ralph's. Yeah. So we have like some chain grocery stores out here.
I definitely need to eat and drink better. I've been eating and drinking like crap, honestly. Like I'm pretty sure you saw recently, at least if you're on Twitter, where it's like they were having a hearing with RK Jr. and the guy that is like a founder of Ben and Jerry's was going crazy. Like I
Oh,
was,
I briefly saw that. I need to get a link to that because I want to watch it. Because it's real stuff. Like, why are you fighting and arguing about why do you want all this artificial foods, dyes, junk in your desserts when it's literally killing the people of America? Like
mhm.
all these ingredients that you have in your stuff is banned in countries like Europe.
Oh, I'll have it right here. I'll drop it in the Twitter messages. You can watch it
Yeah.
later. That's what he
Thank you. I
said.
appreciate that.
Yeah, because that is it's crazy that our food here tastes so good, but then you realize all the stuff that's actually in it is disturbingly crazy. You know,
Mhm.
and then people are like, man, I feel bad. It's probably based off what you eat. If you actually didn't eat as much of it, maybe having it like every once in a while, like it's not going to do anything. But if you have it like literally every day, like some people have, yeah, you're going to feel like complete garbage. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost, you might as well just be an alcoholic at that point, which is essentially almost the same thing. I have to throw away Sprite. What, Sprite? You're looking delicious today, but I'll have that water bottle, and maybe that's going to make me feel better.
Yeah, well, okay, so I do have to have something that's a flavored drink. Um, I know it's showing my bias here, but like Diet Coke, especially like Coke Zero and Sprite Zero, those are the lesser evils because those use it's zero sugar
Mhm.
and it's still sweet. So I will get myself like a Coke Zero Sprite. Those are basically the same things. But my recent discovery, I wouldn't say recent, but an old coworker of mine told me about these sodas. They're called Ollipops. They are expensive,
Mhm.
but I like them. They're probiotic sodas. Maybe like 2 grams of sugar. And if they have different flavors, like a dreamsicle, that's like my favorite flavor right now. It tastes like an orange sherbet soda. It tastes like it. It doesn't taste gross because there's other sodas, there's other like healthy drinks that I've had, and like this is disgusting, and I don't want to do this. But I'll drink it because I pay for it. But Ollipops is the only health soda that I like that it's actually been decent for me.
Yeah, that's the thing is I can't do non-flavored things. I can't get them down my throat. I know if you're gonna make some crazy jokes about that. I cannot drink stuff or eat stuff that has no flavor to it. I can't. It's
Mhm.
just not something that I could do. Like that happens with like energy drinks too. Energy drinks have the worst aftertaste, and they're actually disgustingly bad for you. I was
Yeah.
surprised people even drink Monsters. With Monsters, when I drank them, they're just one. They taste like cough syrup, which tastes like absolutely disgusting. What's actually it's just gross. Then the aftertaste is worse. It's like, how do
Mhm.
people drink Monster? I don't know how you guys drink Monsters. Those are disgusting.
I never got into those energy drinks, like Red Bull, Monster,
Hmm.
all of them. Never got into them when they became the hype when they first released.
Hmm.
But I did an intern program somewhere in Florida, and I my shift was from 4 o'clock in the afternoon until 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. So I was working graveyards basically.
Hmm.
And whenever I take my break was at 1 o'clock in the morning. It's like, well, I need something to keep me awake. So thankfully, the little cafe that was there had energy drinks. I was like, I hate energy drinks, but I do need this because there's nowhere for me to get coffee. And that's what I survived. And as soon as I was done with that internship, it's like, okay, no more energy drinks. And then like just reading it and like what it does to car batteries. It's a cleaner basically. And I can't believe I convinced myself, maybe because I was sleep deprived as well when I was doing my internship. I was like, I just need something to wake me up. So I would just crack that monster and just down it. Um, and then now, like, retrospect is like, I was basically drinking acid.
Yeah. Oh my god. But that's the thing is, you gotta just think of it like man, this tastes so good. It's like those. I'll probably make a comparison. It's like when you have those crazy flings like with guys, at, like maybe like a
Yeah.
bar and like one of those shows. The girls are like, you know what? You're actually terrible for me, but you look good right now, and let's see what happens. That's kind of the mindset behind the drinks.
Mm.
This is really bad, but then again, it's 10 o'clock in the night, and you're looking like Scarlett Johansson right now after I'm
Oh
five
gosh.
drinks in. That's the only way I get behind it. Other than that, I wouldn't do it. But if you're like just sleep deprived, yeah, that's the thing with coffee too. Isn't technically coffee supposed to be better?
Well, it's a natural drink, and it's also
Hmm.
a dietary drink. So coffee does make you go to the bathroom, which I don't have an issue with. Like if I were to drink it at 1 o'clock in the morning, and if I had to go, do my business, I'm easy to go do my business. Sorry. So I thought someone knocked on my door. I don't know if you heard that. That was super weird. But sorry, that was
That's okay.
that was the first I've ever heard something like. Okay. I will check that out in a minute. But I'm safe though. I live in a safe neighborhood. Um but with coffee, I can drink it. The only thing is like I need to know how much caffeine is in it cuz nowadays caffeine will mess me up. Like
Mm.
if I s- if I drink coffee past 2 o'clock in the afternoon, forget it. I'm up all night.
So after having your surgery, what were the foods that you immediately just stopped eating, or any drinks that you stopped drinking?
Bread was one of them that I stopped eating. Mhm. Because at first I thought it was maybe like I have a gluten intolerance. That's the reason why I am so sick and so bloated, and that's why my back's hurting. Because maybe it was a gluten intolerance. So I stopped eating bread for 3 months. I will eat like if it's a sandwich. If someone got me a sandwich, I'll eat it. But it's not
Mhm.
like I have to have it an everyday thing. Um, and that's like super rare. That I eat bread now. Even pizza, it boils down to pizza. I have not had a slice of pizza, I think, since before my surgery, back in February. So that I'm proud of myself on that one. Um, but, I eliminated alcohol, uh, with celebrations that's recently happened in my life, like my friend got married and other life things have happened. I will do the toast of champagne with that, but as far as, like, doing an occasional drink with a friend or just, shooting the breeze, I don't do that anymore. Like, it's just added calories that I don't need.
Mhm.
So that's the main things that I've eliminated my diet since my surgery. It was alcohol and hard carbs like breads, like that.
So basically, just anything that would be like super known and convenient is just no more. So
Mhm.
what would be like things you would eat for like lunch, for like a snack or something?
Oh, I've been, eating just meats. I guess you could label it carnivore, but
Hmm.
I'm just, like, lazy. It's like, "You know what sounds good? Just turkey meat and cheese." So I would just, like, roll it up in a little turkey
Oh, I see
roll
what you mean.
and
Yeah.
then I just snack on that, and I realized that I've been doing that, and then, I am Hispanic, so thankfully there is, what's it called? Corn tortillas. So I've been making, green chili chicken enchiladas at home. That's what I've been doing my lunch is just making everything at home. And I've lessened eating out a lot, especially before my surgery, before I knew I had to have surgery. Um, just because I just hear and see horror stories where I'm like, I don't want to eat there because this rat fell in there, or they don't, they don't have their environment clean when they're cooking. So I'd rather just cook food at my kitchen where I know where I'm getting my ingredients and I know my kitchen's clean and I clean
Yeah.
up afterwards. So
I'm
yeah,
just saying, girls
it's been a danger
nowadays,
thing.
they just don't. Dan, you tell them to cook and clean for a man or anything, they're just like, "How dare you suggest I actually cook?" I thought that was growing up. I literally just thought that was a girl thing. The girls who just cook for guys, honestly.
Well, by nature, like we're nurturers, we're supposed to be providers of food.
Hmm.
Um, so like yeah, society like kind of puts you that label of like, yeah, you're a woman, you have to make food. I, like I said, we're nurturers. It's in our nature.
Mhm.
Now the whole new wave feminine is like, no, you make me a sandwich. Like, how about both of you guys make a sandwich? You're a grown man. You know how to make a sandwich. What were you doing this whole time before you got this wife or girlfriend? I'm sorry. Me, I will make myself a sandwich. I will ask you, hey, you're hungry? All right, I'm about to make myself something. Would you like one as
Yeah.
well?
That's what I like that girls can do.
Respect.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna come at me like, hey, make me a sandwich. Now I would understand, like, hey, like if you're on your way to work or if you're hungry right there in that minute, like, oh yeah, like if you ask me, but don't demand it to me, like, okay, I'm not some piece of meat. I'm not your maid. Yes, I'm your wife, but the definition between wife and maid is that you married me for how I am. Maid is that you're paying me to do this job for you, and I'm not that.
Mhm. So you're not a Consuela. You're just see
Mhm.
that's the difference. I think it's just approach. It's like that thing, that saying growing up, where it's not about what you're saying, it's how you're saying it comes off.
Mhm.
And to be fair, there are some guys out there where girls will just kind of just do anything. Little did I just ask, they would just do it. But
Yeah.
I think people, like, for me, if I'm hungry, I gotta put in food and I gotta eat it. I wouldn't care if there's a girl there in general. For me, there's a girl. The only that thing you said a second there, like, if let's say I had some friends over and like the girl would be like, "Hey, I'm making food. You guys want any?" That would bring like nice little status to me. Like, girls would like enhance the way that the experience is. I always liked that when I was growing up. My mom would always do that. She would like, "Hey, if
Mhm.
your friends are over, do they want any food?" I think that's a natural thing that girls like doing. I think that's like
Yeah.
kind of cool. But now girls, now that you said, some of the feminists, they don't do that at all. It's like, how? What the heck? You can eat for
Yeah.
yourself, you bastard. What the hell?
Yeah. Well, and there's also like a thing about respect, like
Yeah.
mutual respect for each other.
Yeah.
So, like I said, if anyone was around, I'm like, hey, like I'm hungry because I am a hungry girl. I'm always snacking. If you, like during college, there was one time in particular. I got off of work, everybody was hanging, like, oh, like come here and we'll decide where to go eat. It's like, all right, cool. But I'm letting you know, I am very hungry. I will bite someone's head off if I don't eat soon. I did give him the warning. And then I got there an hour later. I was like, hey, like, and I interrupted the conversation. I was like, did we decide where we're going to go eat? They're like, oh, we haven't made that decision. Where should we go? And then the laughter came and then the jokes came of like whatever the conversation was. At that point, no one was giving me that straight answer, and someone was going to be 6 feet deep in the ground if I did not have food. So I just took it upon myself, didn't say anything. It's like, you know what? I basically gave them an hour and a half. I'm hungry an hour and a half ago. They haven't done anything. I'm getting my food. And then I would just eat. And they're like, well, we were supposed to eat together. It's like, well, you didn't say nothing. I
Hmm.
told you basically 2 hours ago now I was hungry and you still chose to lollygag. I understand the vibe's great, the laughter's, the jokes
Hmm.
are coming, that's fine. But if you don't want to get your head bitten off by me, it was best that I ate right now.
Gosh, good
I am
lord.
I am I am that person.
It would have became like one of those vampires, one of those movies where the girls just eat you alive. Not in a good
Yes.
way. Your head's coming off. That's how it works.
Yeah, no, and then I was fasting all day. I was making a long drive somewhere and I knew at the end of the day I was like it's going to be barbecue. I'm getting barbecue. I'm fasting for a reason because I'm going to get barbecue. As soon as I got to that barbecue restaurant, my attitude changed completely. I was at 100 and I went to 0 and I started smelling the food, the meats cooking and everything. And that's when it triggers like, if I don't eat in the next 5 minutes, you are going to see a completely different me.
WZ says, "Whoa, I thought you retired from women and married James. This is not true. Don't believe any of this. This man's crazy. I said I retired from women for different reasons. And I'm not,
Mm.
not gay. I love women. Like, you put a hot girl in front of me, things is going down, as people say in my black neighborhood. But no, it's girls were going a little crazy around me, and I was like, I'm just taking a break because women could be just goofy, as you know, there's some goofy bitches out there just be causing drama for no reason whatsoever. Like, like sudden meme of like nothing's going on, nothing, and just girls just causing shit. And I was like, I'm just done. You can just leave me alone. I don't have
Mhm.
time for that. I got plenty of things I got to do, plenty of things I want to do. All that extra stuff is just not needed. Damn, bread is life. It's a hard thing to give up.
It is.
MSK, I'm what? This person's met me in real life, you weirdo. Good. What? Oh, he's just don't pay attention to this guy. Run. What the hell? Oh my god. MSK will scream it, make me a sandwich. It just depends on the girl. If it's a black girl, nice. I'm not trying to get beat up. That's how you get actually assaulted. MSK respecting women for sure. Didn't this man's insane. This guy's insane. Don't listen to this
Mhm.
man. This is propaganda right now. This is a person who's trying to just. It's like the Biden administration. They're trying to make the Trump administration look bad. That's what he is. This man has zero riz. Oh, come on. I'm the Riz master. That's how it works around here. The ladies love it. That's how it works.
Yeah.
So you do stream on Kick now more often. Do you
Yes.
actually enjoy Kick as a platform to stream on?
It's good. It has its perks. It has more payout than Twitch.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And then I got monetized fast over there on Kick versus on YouTube. YouTube, I'm still like 100, not 100, but 1,000 hours watch. Oh, 1,000 watch hours away. But I'm actually revamping my channel in a minute, not a minute, but I'm revamping it. There'll still be a show. We're still working out the kinks because everybody's life changed. So which happens, change is good in people's lives.
Mhm.
Mine was just totally unexpected. So just we need to take a little break until I recoup. But I've been doing a lot of the gaming over there on Kick. Recently people I did a cooking stream once, and a lot of people came out and said, you need to do cooking streams because this is not because like, oh, you're a woman, you belong in the kitchen, but they're entertaining. Like, I know I've been told that, like, like, cause don't because like your society, like you're giving into the trolls. Like, I like cooking food is the thing, but a lot of support came to me saying like, no, like it was entertaining. You had talked good topics, and some people have been giving me recipes like, you should make this. Like, I want you to try this. So I'm gonna start seeing if I could do that, like food challenges on my YouTube channel.
So you were doing the whole, Dames and Dorks thing, and then
Mhm.
everyone's life changed, and you're gonna come back. Like, do you feel like coming back, you're gonna change up like your podcast ways or things that you thought you could improve on before?
We could. I could definitely, we as well as like the whole team, put in our 2 cents on things where we can improve. I put there was some good input given, and we're kind of evaluating it, seeing what the kinks are, what the work, how it
Mhm.
would work out. So it's just all in talks for the show.
How was Samuel Infamous? I haven't talked to him in a while.
Whenever I can catch him on a stream, if he's available, I'll hop on. He's
Mhm.
been doing good. There's his internet is still not the greatest. Uh, there's one time where I surprisingly showed up. I was like, "Hey guys, I'm here," and then he's like, "Oh my gosh!" He started talking something, and then went dead silent. It's like, "Oh, I think his internet went out." So I had to entertain the chat for like 30 minutes, which is no brainer. And
Yeah.
then he came back. He's like, "Sorry, guys, my internet went out and blah blah this." It's like, it's okay. So I think he's doing really good. He's a good guy friend of mine.
You were playing a Split Fiction recently.
With a rude eye.
Did you enjoy the game?
I like it. It's really fun. It has its funny moments. Um, Granted, there are some puzzles. I'm not a puzzle person,
Me
but if
neither.
it's there, dang it, I'm gonna have to figure this puzzle out. So it's a heavy puzzle based game. I do like it. There was I would say 2 instances, 2 parts in the
Mhm.
game where I'm like, "You know what? I'm ready to delete this game right now because I'm completely tired of it. I'm over it. I'm not having fun anymore, but we
Mhm.
got through it and we're having the time of our lives."
What happened to the Fortnite streams? Do you still do those?
I still do those, but
Mhm.
I had like I said, just I wish I could do more streams that I would like to. Yeah, I might be doing that here in a couple of weeks for a few months now because my job is gonna have me work from home for a bit. Um, so I'm gonna see if I could take that advantage to just stream when I can and where I can. Um, so I'm gonna use that to that. But as far as Fortnite, we all of us have lives. All
Damn,
of us,
those damn
I
lives.
know they get in our way, man. And I had to, yeah, a couple of weekends ago, I had to do some things for a friend, and then I was in a wedding, and then I actually have 3 weddings that I'm a bridesmaid in this year, so it's
3
been
weddings.
and they're not cheap. So,
I
yeah, if
saw
you're a
one
bridesmaid,
picture you posted. It was like, man, this girl looking kind of good. Hey, yo, what's up?
yeah, that was, I'm at one of my friends' weddings. So, yeah, it was good, but, what real life happens where family, friends, things they require my presence. So I'm gonna, do that. And I'd rather invest in people who've poured their life into me. Um, so I'm gonna have to do that. Like, yeah, this is just a side hobby. This isn't even like a real career that I would like to pursue in, but it's fun. When I get time, I will put the time that I could do in it.
I think that's the best way of looking at it too, because like when you get into this, everyone just kind of wants to be friends with everyone and grow things. And I've come to realize over the years is that you generally are going to get people that really, really like you. That's it. And
Mhm.
then they'll invest all that time to you. And then you just want to be around those people that are just investing their time into you. I told people this before. If
Mhm.
you're around me and we do a lot of collaborations, then I'm the person that's going to be around you. But, there are people that'll just like never come around that or you'll talk to like maybe like debatably once a year, twice a year, something
Mhm.
like that. And it's like, I kind of look at it like real life most of the time. Like in real life, that happens a lot too. Like you'll have people that you barely will ever speak to. Like once in a while, you'll see them at like a supermarket, like you said, and then they'll be like, "Hey, I remember when you were like 12." It's like you're all grown up now. It's yeah, I haven't seen you in like 18 years.
Yeah,
Con-
that's funny how that happens. So, I mean, I still have that in real life. I'm like, I haven't seen that person in a long time.
They're like have 5 kids and everything. God, man.
Which is good on them that that's what they're
Yeah,
wanted in their life. So I'm like, good for you. I'm over here just trying to find grass-fed, hormone-free
breastfed meat.
meat. I'm just trying to
Oh
take better
God.
care of my health.
That's the best advice I could really offer to anyone is, just invest in to the people that are around you that want to be around you. That's the best way of explaining that. Cause like, people just don't really like I think what's that thing? I think girls, what I realized recently, girls are the best at this. Girls are really good at being social creatures actually, more than
Mhm,
guys. Girls literally will be social in the most either the most extreme way or the most least extreme way. Guys, there's no in between. You're literally this or that. And I feel like I think that's the thing that guys can learn the most from girls because girls are just
mhm.
naturally more sociable. Like when I met you, you was like, "You're just more sociable than me." I was just a guy that's drinking.
So, that's actually quite debatable. I can't speak on all girls. I like to refer myself as a social introvert. I will be social when I need to be, depending like what the crowd is. Obviously in Vegas, like, no, those are good people. I'll want to hang out with there. But I am very much an introvert. Like if I do not need to go outside of my house after I am done with work, you are not seeing me outside. Now, in case there's an emergency, like I need steak, I will go and do that. But as far as like, oh, I'm gonna go. Well, that's a good example.
Oh, you just go to the store or you go to the gym or something. If you
Well,
have
see,
to
the gym
leave.
is important. The gym is definitely important. I will put the effort in that. But like,
Mm,
say the mall, like I'm just like I said, that's choosy. I'm not like, oh, I have to go to the mall every day and go see
yeah,
what's there. I will go to the mall when I need to go to the mall, and also shop therapy for women is such a real thing. I know guys do that too, but me, it's like, you know what? There's this pretty big assessment I need to do. I need to make this paper. I gotta my mind's not here. I need to distract myself. I'm gonna go to the mall. So that's what I'll use my shop therapy, my excuse to not do work to just go and window shop. Now, granted, like I do get makeup stuff, so I go to the mall for that reason, just because they have Ulta there.
The other thing I wanted to bring up, because I don't think we've talked about it before, was like the gaming scene. Do you think the gaming atmosphere right now is in a rather healthy place? Because I never asked, are you even a console girl, or are you more just a PC master race kind of girl?
I'm a PC girl.
You never have you ever had a console ever?
Yeah, growing up, I had the N64 right here.
Oh, okay.
Um, N64, and then I had an Xbox 360, and for some reason, I just never got into an Xbox 360. Um, and the way I saw it, it's just like it's just an added thing. Retrospect, if I still had it, I would be cool to have it, but it wasn't like I don't know, I wasn't like a huge thing. I do have a Nintendo Switch. I talked to Alec Baldwin's finger the other day about
Mhm.
this that because there's people who are huge Nintendo fans.
Yeah,
I mean,
massive.
I like Nintendo. I follow the lore like Zelda
Mhm.
and Mario especially. I grew up with that, obviously because of the N64.
Mhm.
But as far as the new Switch, the old Switch, what's happening, what's new, I don't care. And I do have a Nintendo Switch. I realize I don't use it as often as I thought I would be using it. I only have it because friends at the time I was dating a guy and he wanted to play Mario Kart and all these other things. I got it for the sake of playing it with him. And then we broke up. It's like, well, this sucks. And then I became really good friends with people in this community where I'm like, oh yeah, like I have it. So we'll play it, but we don't play Mario Party as often as we play Fortnite.
Yeah, I had the Switch. The only game I ever really played on it was Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. That was it. The only game I really
See,
ever played.
yeah, if there's like a competition or if like a group of people like, hey, let's just do this together, I
Yeah.
would totally do that. But as far as like the new Switch and all this stuff, like that's cool. I won't buy the new Switch because I already have a Switch and it's not a hot item for me to
Yeah.
obtain.
It's also something where the Switch 2 is backwards compatible. So if you ever wanted to get it, it's not like those games you have are going to be obsolete anyway. You know.
Mhm.
Also, if you wanted to get something even better than a Switch, you would just get a Steam Deck, which is basically a better version of what that is anyway. You know.
Mhm.
So that's what I would get personally. But when it comes to gaming now, I always tell people this. I think people kind of watch the aspects of things more than actually delving into them. So, like when it comes to like movies is another example of it, where like people will watch a trailer of a movie and automatically assume it's just the worst thing ever. And granted, it might be, but I would still choose to watch said thing to see if it's actually that worst thing ever, because I would never know just basing off a trailer. Like people are like, I think are too revisionist history now, claiming that everything back in the day was good. It's like, no, yeah, there's some horrible stuff back in the day, but you
Mhm.
still would give them a chance to see if it was actually worth your time. You know,
Mhm.
like people gave that horrible Catwoman movie some time, and that movie's terrible. You know,
Yeah.
wouldn't have known if it's terrible if I never watched it, but at least I did watch it. Then I hated my existence afterwards. Like, you're like, wow, I wasted an hour and 30 minutes of my life watching this utter horse shit.
Mm. Yeah, you just kind of question your life choices at that point.
Yeah, it's like whenever I go see new Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, I'm like, wow, all right. I just wasted a part of my day off watching this. That is not good, honestly.
Mhm. Yeah, no, like I rather especially like the way Marvel's going,
Hmm.
I don't care anymore. But back then, yeah, I'm like I would love to go see it opening night and everything, but now it's just more of like this is dumb. The I can't the last movie that I was super excited to watch opening day. It sounds lame.
Hmm.
I was excited to see Mario Brothers.
Yeah, and
Um
yeah, I understand
yeah,
it. Yeah. Hmm.
because the way how Universal's going with their approach in film and their
Hmm.
storytelling, they're taking original stories, like How to Train Your Dragon, that was a book, Super Mario Brothers, obviously because we all grew up on Nintendo.
Hmm.
They followed the lore. That's the reason why I was excited for it because I'm like, I grew up playing that. I want to be there to see it firsthand. I can't say like there's a movie like, oh yeah, we have to go see it. Unless it's like a scary movie. Like I love scary movies. So I know the new Conjuring is gonna come out later
Yeah.
on. Uh I wouldn't say I'd see it opening day, but I'll love to see it in theaters.
But for the Super Mario Brothers movie that came out in 2023, did you enjoy it as a movie overall?
Oh, yeah, I loved it.
Mhm.
It brought back so many memories for me, um, where they did the paper or the baby Mario and baby Luigi. Is like, "Oh my gosh, I remember playing the game, like, growing up." So, visually, it was really good. Story was good too. Um, so it definitely captivated me because it unlocked nostalgia. There's some movies out there, especially, like, the way Disney's doing their movies is like, "Oh,
Oh yeah.
member berries, like, here you go." Like, you're just dangling the keys in front of me and trying to get me to watch it when I don't wanna watch it. So, there's 2 giant differences between Universal and Disney, and Universal's obviously coming on top for the game that Disney had for so long because they rather put some agenda in it.
Yeah, actually, with Universal's movies recently, at least their kid-friendly family movies, they've been doing
Mhm,
better. Like people have been asking, well, like the family movies on Disney side have been not doing well, but the family-friendly movies on Universal have been doing gr- great. Like Despicable Me 4 did good, Bad Guys did good. Yeah, like the new movie, oh, the one with the robot that did good
mhm,
for a lot of people. It's only literally just Disney basically just running it down with their movies, just actually not putting in any effort whatsoever. And they just
mhm.
are wondering like, what are like they're wondering where's their audience going? And it's like, well, you didn't make good movies. That's kind of how movies work. You make good
Yeah.
movies, people will be there, and they have been doing that recently. You know, hey, I love Universal because I get to watch Despicable Me movies. Minions are amazing. Good lord.
Yeah.
Just watching them just act retarded to each other is just amusing. Like the time in the Minions movie where he was just yelling at the crowd and they're like, "What?" I was like, I feel so relatable. I love it.
Yeah.
He was
You
like
felt
banana.
seen.
He's like banana. I was like, okay, all right. It's just dumb fun. That's what I want for a movie. Even if like the story's not all that great, as long as I'm having a good time at the theater, that's all that really matters. You know?
Yeah. As long as you're getting your money's worth, it and you have that sense of escapism, you're going to enjoy it versus being lectured what we have in real day life. Like, oh my
Mhm,
gosh, I don't want to be told this. I need to escape to some fantasy,
mhm.
some story where my mind's not focused on work, life, stress, family, whatever. I just want to have me pretending that I am this character and I'm living through them.
Yeah. Like you said you like horror movies. Did you see the new recent design for Jason Voorhees that they released? They released
No, I
a
haven't.
they put out a brand new design for Jason Voorhees that's supposed to be used in the movies and everything.
Okay.
Like, oh my goodness, you're the last Friday the 13th movie that came out was in 2009. I was a freshman in high school. Good old Michael Bay produced one. That one was fun. I enjoyed that one. The Friday the 13th movies are weirdly wild, but at least they had like, even though they're not the greatest things like horror movies sometimes, you have such a good time with them because they're just kind of like in its nature dumb fun by what they're doing is kind of crazy. Like
Mhm.
Scream, I love Scream movies, despite some of them, being kind of weird on the story front. Like whenever I saw Scream 6 in the theater, we actually had an audience there. It was crowd was getting all into it and everything. It was a really good time. There's more people watching Scream 6 than some of these recent Marvel movies. I'll tell you that. When I watched Shazam 2, there was just me and another dude in there. Scream 6, there was a packed crowd in there,
Mhm.
you know? Like who doesn't like hearing what's your favorite scary movie, stuff like that? Like who doesn't like hearing Ghostface voice and then having a girl getting her complete abdomen ripped open by a knife? Who doesn't like that, you know?
Yeah. Because that's creativity. Now they're psycho creatives, but
Mhm.
that happens in real life. So, like, there's serial killers out there. So, of course, they're going to have some sort of muse
Mhm.
to put that in real life to scare people.
What's some of your favorite horror movies actually? Or I say franchises or series?
Well, obviously, like the Conjuring and the Annabelle, because my sister and we just love those type of stuff. But one recent movie, I think it was like a year or two ago that it came out, but it was Talk to Me. It's an A24 movie.
Oh, I remember that
I
one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm never there's never been a scary or horror movie that's affected me where I'm like, "Oh my gosh, like I'm gonna have nightmares." That movie actually like I wouldn't say it gave me a nightmare, but it touched a part of me like, "Oh my gosh." You just gave a perfect description of what I would interpret hell would be like. So that it was visually, I don't know the best way to describe it, but it like I've seen things in movies where I'm like, "Oh my gosh, that's like a good,
Mhm,
representation of that," or like what they're
mhm.
trying to convey. That one scene of Talk to Me of the little boy being in hell, I was like, "Oh my gosh." I think that was the most realistic visual I've had, and I've never had this experience before. So it was wild.
Yeah, A24 produces some interesting movies. They produced one with a unicorn recently with
I did
a
not like that one. That was
really?
I didn't like it was all over the place. And
Mhm.
me, like, of course everybody's a critic and say like I could do better and stuff like this. It could have been better. Just because it had Paul Rudd, Jen Ortega,
Mhm.
um, I just I don't know, the story fell short a lot, especially towards the end of the movie. I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's so predictable. No one saw that one coming." But versus me, I was like, "I know this is what's gonna happen." And then when it happened, it's like, "Wow, I'm enjoying this so much."
I think the horror movie that broke me when I watched it was when I watched the Halloween Kills movie, the
Mhm.
second one in the Blumhouse trilogy that recently came out. Oh my goodness. That day I lost my debit card, so I went and paid it with my Cash App card. And I watched this and I was like, wow, this is an actual steaming pile of literal shit. The end
Mhm.
the last 2/3 of that movie is some of the worst I've seen. And people are like usually exaggerate. No, guys, you watch that end of that movie. Not just doesn't make any sense. This is just stupid even for this kind of thing, you know? I don't know if you've seen those recent Halloween movies, right?
Um, oh my gosh. I
There's
can't
one
remember
with
the last
Judy
I can't
Greer.
yeah. I can't remember the last Halloween movie I saw. Um, I
Because
ca
when I was watching, I was like,
I see the name, but I just for some reason, I cannot say it. Oh my gosh. But yeah, but I think it got a little too diluted with their story getting lost in other ideas.
yeah, because like some of those movies that people love as like horror franchises, some of them you don't really envision to be like long running series because like some of these ideas and concepts just don't really work past maybe a sequel or a third movie. Like these are kind of meant to be just mostly one and dones. You can maybe stretch it out to a sequel, but I feel like that's the problem with horror movies. Like some of them go way too long. Like so many franchises people could like randomly look up have like 15 movies, and it's like how in the world could you stretch this out for 15 movies? What is going on
Mhm.
here? People could
Yeah.
criticize Fast and Furious movies for being like 10, 12, but it's like guys, some horror movies are like literally in the 13s at this point.
I've been told that they have like Fast and Furious have until 20. So they have Fast and Furious 20 that's gonna be coming out. I don't know when, but it'll be coming out.
Goodness gracious. Uh like A24, what was the last movie I watched from them? The last movie I seen from A24 was it was a slasher movie. It was the one with Mia Goth. It was, I think, the first one in that trilogy. It was a little
Um,
throwback to horror slashers from the 80s. God, I think it was called X.
oh, Maxine?
Was it Maxine or whatever the
Mm,
first one was in that trilogy? I saw that one.
mhm.
I was like, this is literally I was like, am I supposed to be surprised? Because this is just, I know everyone was like, oh, it's a homage to 80s slashers. I was like, this is just nothing we already haven't seen before. Homages can work when they're actually writing a story. It was basically every single horror movie cliche ever. Like, you got the white guy lecturing the black guy on how to do sex to a girl. Like, Jenna Ortega, she's just, I don't know. She can be a little overrated with her acting sometimes.
Mhm.
Like for me, she's like Henry Cavill for me. Henry Cavill is just acting is just not really that good. I think people just like him because he's just attractive.
No, and I'm not saying this because, like, I'm a female and, like, he's an attractive man. Henry Cavill is a good actor. I don't think Jenna Ortega is a good actor. Now, I'm starting to lose it, but I do have some sort of respect for Jenna Ortega, especially when she did Wednesday, when they were trying to add things, and she's like, "No, that's not how Wednesday Adams would have done it." So I'm like, okay, that she's sticking to her guns. I like that she's not wanting to change the character just to fit whatever societal norm is the current thing right now. She's okay. I wouldn't call her the greatest actress in this generation. Absolutely not. Henry Cavill, yeah, he is a great actor. Not, I mean, he has potential to be Oscar.
Mhm.
He actually follows same thing as Jenna Ortega. He follows the lore because he's got the green light to do one of like the little games that are coming out right now. I know he's wanting to do Warhammer 4K,
Yeah.
40K. So he is passionate for that because he grew up on things like that. So I would love to see that, even though I don't know a lot about Warhammer 40K. But if he's doing it because he is a driven, passionate fan,
Mhm.
okay, I wanna see that passion that you have for this game into the movie if
Yeah.
you think you're so confident. So, yeah, but as far as Jenna Ortega, nah, I don't I wouldn't even label her mid.
God, it's one of those things. I think in this current climate of actors and actresses, some people just get extremely overrated because the ones that were considered better either are have been completely phoning it in their performances, or they just don't care, or they get just kind of take roles that they really shouldn't be taking just to get a paycheck. Do you know, think it's one of those actresses where I saw her for the first time? I was watching The Babysitter, Killer Queen. It was those two movies. I liked the first one was really, really fun, really, really good. Then the second one, Jenna Ortega's in, and I'm like, oh, okay, she's interesting. Then I saw her in Scream, saw her in X, seen her in a few other things. She's just I don't know what people see sometimes. If I'm thinking of actors and actors. I'm thinking people that can emote properly, grab me emotionally, even when you like the most wackiest stuff going on. This person can kind of keep it together. Like Nicolas Cage, you can never say he's phoning it in. He is definitely giving it his all. Some of these people don't even really act; they're just delivering some lines decently, and people are going, "Oh
Mhm.
my god, best actress ever! She should just be nominated for every award." And it's like, Jenna Ortega is not even as good as like 5 other actresses we could probably name right now. I just don't get it. I think it's just because she herself looks decent and people are like, oh my god, that must make her the best actress ever. Dudes are so goofy. They see a somewhat decent, attractive girl, they just think they're the goddess of the world. I don't get it, you know?
Yeah. Well, you have to treat your queen right if you wanna be treated right.
God dang, I have to? Dang it.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. I love Warhammer. I paint and sculpt the minis, currently making a salamander army.
Oh, cool.
I have one word in regards to Jenna Ortega. Would. I'm not saying I wouldn't. I for sure would. Not Taylor Swift. Heard she was getting plugged up. That's a Kanye West.
Yeah, and then I know that she's in that Blake Lively lawsuit, and I think that's becoming a bigger mess.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just never liked Taylor Swift growing like, well, of course, when she came out as country, it's like, yeah, I like her songs, and then when she became
Mhm.
pop, it's like, yeah, that's where it
I don't
dies
even
for
know what
me.
she would even have to add to this situation right now. Because, like,
Because Blake Lively and Taylor Swift are besties.
oh, good Lord.
Mhm.
Just imagine the conversations they have. Yeah, we gotta fight the patriarchy. Yeah, fuck that Trump guy. He's trash. Yeah, we need more blue haired feminine. Oh, good. I just would imagine their conversations are absolutely just the worst things ever. Like Blake Lively, she was never really in that much controversy. The only one she was in before this one was that she got married on a plantation. I was like, okay, well that's just really odd. And then now she has this one with Justin Baldoni. I saw It Ends With Us. I watched that, and it's a weird movie. Like if you've been through that, you would kind of like it. But if you've never
Yeah.
been through that, you would think that this is just kind of stupid. Like a
Mhm.
girl would just be going or like staying with a guy that would do that. You know,
Yeah.
like if you people haven't watched it, I would recommend watching it just because it's based off like your life situation. If you've been in a relationship with a person, is a little handsy, giving you the fucking two-piece
Mhm.
combos,
Mhm.
you're probably
Yeah.
gonna like it. Probably gonna be like,
No.
damn, you know. But then if you're not someone that's ever been through that, you're gonna be like, this woman's retarded. This woman's
Mm.
actually stupid. Especially when this is how girls usually function. Especially when the friend of the friend of her husband, you could say, says this person's a piece of shit. It's like, my own brother is a horrible person, and then she still goes in with like marries this person. It's like, what in the world's happening? Like, guy in the movie threw her down. I don't know if you've seen it, but threw her downstairs, like hit her, and she's still
Mm.
like rationalizing to stay with this person. I just
Mhm.
like, but keep in mind, that's how some girls can be. They in their minds go, he can change. I can change him. It's I don't get why girls do that.
Like I said, we're nurturers, so somehow we have it in our mind, like, yeah, we can heal him back. Best advice I can do is don't do that.
He might have given me 2 black eyes and punched me in the face, but he's a really good guy deep down. He bought me groceries. What in the world? The girls, that's the thing I can respect about girls. They will never actually give up on someone unless it's really, really, really bad. You know?
Mhm.
Now that's to a fault too. You know, there should be a line where it should just be, this is just over. But I guess the other thing I wanted to bring up as far as like games coming up is there any other games you're looking forward to playing actually?
There's this one game that I've been waiting for the longest time to come out. It's called Haunted Paws.
Hmm.
So you're a little dog and you're a ghost and you have to go on these like little ghosty adventures as a dog. So that's like a cute cozy game. I want to play it. But as far as like big games, I I wouldn't say like I wouldn't label myself a gamer.
Mm-hmm.
When people start talking about it, it's like, oh, I'll look into it. Like when what's it called? Monster Hunter came out.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wanted to play it. It's like, okay, that I got it as a gift. It's like, sweet. So I'm not like, I don't know. I'm not easily struck by fandom things. So like video games and that has years of story and everything, I'd be like, cool. Resident Evil, good example.
Yeah.
I remember watching the games growing up, but I never played them because I wasn't allowed to. And then when they came out with movies, I loved the movies.
Mm-hmm.
And then now I have Resident Evil. It's like, all right, I'll get to it when I want to get to it. So yeah,
So
I'm
like the
not
most
like
nerdiest thing you're into is basically just horror movies and cooking, essentially.
yeah, you can label cooking as a geeky nerdy thing because I like the science that goes into baking a lot.
Good. So when are you gonna make a soul food one? You remember for Black History Month? I think I said you got to do a soul food cooking stream in Black History Month. Actually,
Besides fried chicken, what else would be like soul food? Like mac and cheese, collard
okay. Are you
greens?
assuming that all black people eat fried chicken? To be fair, I do too. I can't disagree with that.
I was just to say, like, yes,
Do you
I have
assume we
black
don't have
family.
dads too? You know, it's
No,
okay.
I have black family. I have black cousins. That's
No,
why.
she's doing the thing. I have black friends. No.
No, not black friends, black family. So that's why I'm like, yeah, we do. Whenever I go to my aunt's house, there's always a bucket. I was like, all right, okay.
For Black History Month, the banner has to be "I have black family members."
Yeah. Well, no, I'll just let I'll just let the story tell itself. But yeah, no, like I have a like family who
Mhm.
like collard greens and grits. Like I never liked grits, but when I got
Mhm.
out of surgery, when I was waking up in the hospital, I was like, oh my gosh, please get me the grits. Turkey legs, mac and cheese, fried okra,
Fried cat.
fried oh
Fried
okay,
catfish is
tell
really
me.
good.
Oh, okay. So I don't like fried catfish. I tried it once. I don't like it. And this was super recent. This was like maybe 4 years ago.
You think your taste buds changed?
No. If you like it, that's perfectly fine. Not to like not this is not a dunk on it or just to trash
Mhm.
it. It tastes like dirt.
Good lord.
That's what catfish tastes like to me. Because they're very ground bottom dweller fish. So
Mhm.
that's why it only tastes dirt. It's like there's no meat.
Like I've never disliked catfish at all. Anytime I had it, I have enjoyed it, but it wouldn't be an item that I would eat constantly. You know, like mac and
Yeah.
cheese. I couldn't. Oh, mac and cheese is disgusting. I couldn't.
Really?
I'm not eating that. No,
Okay.
I'd rather actually eat shit off the ground than eat that. It's disgusting. I can't. I don't know. Noodle things don't really do it for me. You know,
Okay.
like even spaghetti. Oh God. Oh no. Like I gotta have very particular things. That's how taste buds work. You know, my mom was like, "Why don't you like spaghetti? It just tastes awful." Like maybe it's
Mhm.
because no one's ever made it in a certain way where I've actually been able to enjoy it. But yeah, mac and cheese and spaghetti, those are what I always get dunked on for not liking. I just can't do mac and cheese. It's so gross. I look at it and I just get so nauseous. If you ever had those foods, you look at it, you just go, nah, not even touching it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally get you what you're saying. Let's jump him.
What? 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 She thinks Henry Cavill's a good actor. Now we have to jump her. We gotta get it done.
That will not end very nice for you, I can tell you that.
Why? Oh God! You ever take one of those classes where you're ever in like karate or anything, like self-defense classes?
I did Brazilian jiu-jitsu for a few classes, and then, yeah.
You did Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Okay.
Mhm.
So, so you just gotta just. So how would you think about this? In my prime, which is right now, do you think me and another guy could take out Gina Carano in her prime? Because we were
No.
debating about that. What do you mean? It's two
She would
of us.
she would freaking cream you guys.
That's interesting. Okay, there's two ways for that. There's the best way, and there's the fight way. I'm just saying, if she attacks me, my friend comes up behind her, gives her a 2-piece, she's done. There's no I don't know if I could take her in a prime. Two people for sure. Two guys.
She is a trained artist, and that's the thing. She It's an art of what she does. She can eliminate you guys in a heartbeat. She could snap her fingers, and you guys would be on the ground.
That's oh my god. This. Do you think me and another guy around my same height, bodybuilding everything, couldn't take her 2v1?
Well, if you have the same training as she has, then
Oh yeah. So if like she has the training, we're just it's just two guys. It's just two guys because guys are stronger than girls. So I would think that our strength would just overpower her in general. But you're right, her thighs are too big. She would choke me with her thighs. It's kind of cool, honestly. I'm thinking
mhm.
about it. Thick thighs save lives. That's why I got older. I was like, yeah, thick thighs can definitely do it for someone.
Yeah.
Greens, no, gross. Hell no. MSK couldn't take Tiny. We're not talking about that. That's a different story for another day. This man's causing some crazy stuff right now.
Oh
But
gosh.
good lord, man, WC's killing me. But I remember you retweeted this: a bacon wrapped jalapeno stuffed footlong.
Yep. That was like what, yesterday? And I was like, oh my gosh, I thought I could live my life, as is, but when I saw this, I need to have this. I did talk to the people over at the GCA, and they saw that. They're
Mhm.
like, you need to make that as a stream special. So like, all right, that actually makes sense. So I don't know when, but I will make that as a stream special.
I need Black History Month black items. That's what we need, guys. And then in the thumbnail, you have to have two black guys in there. You need at least like maybe like P. Diddy and Kanye West, and the captions need to be soul food. That's it. See, that was gonna get a lot of views.
I could see like the rage bait with that, but yeah.
I would win though. I'm just saying, her in her prime versus me and someone else. There's just absolutely no way she's winning. Now I would probably let her win because I'm nice like that. But then again, I think I could take her. But that's
Mhm.
that's pretty much it. We
Okay.
had a great conversation. Hopefully I didn't, hopefully I did a good job. Hopefully I could entertain you at least for an
No,
hour.
yeah, no, this is a good conversation.
Yeah. Is there anything else that we forgot? Now, last time we talked, you were like, females in my area are completely crazy.
Man, it's been like more than a year since I've been on your show, but yeah, it's just women in California. Just dating's a weird game over there from what I've been told. So I
Mm,
understand your
you know,
pain.
Looney Tunes. Now people are trying to rationalize putting their kids on hormone blockers. What is wrong with people? That's actually insane. You know.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm like, no, I'm okay. I don't want to move to granted, California is beautiful,
Mhm.
but I can't live with the politics there. Absolutely not. I'd rather just stay over here in the West where anything can get you.
This is not
But
true.
besides politics.
Yeah, like California is like the girl at a bar where, she looks great, but her personality, you're like, all right, turned off immediately. She might look the best. She might look like a dime piece, but the personality is a turn off instantly,
Mhm.
and most guys would still do it, honestly, even myself, because we have no standards as guys. We just kind of, hey girl, what's up? How you doing? See, that's how conversation should go.
Yeah, but I think, to end the conversation, you do need to have a standard. I do believe men would have to have standards for what they
Oh, I
would like
agree.
to have in
Mhm.
a life partner. So don't think it as like, "Oh, I could easily get that girl." That's once a girl hears that, they will never give you the time of day again.
Mm. I wanted you ever see it on like the TikToks or Facebook reels where the guys will go to girls and ask them questions like outside the bar. They'll ask them like, "What's your favorite this or this?" And it's like, "Oh my goodness, I don't think I have the confidence to do that." That would
Yeah.
honestly get you just killed. You think it would,
Yeah.
but Fucking hell. It's fun seeing the girls give like the most absolute crazy answers. Like one of them was like, yeah, my mom was in the house and I had 5 guys run the train on me. It's like, first of all, why in the world would you admit to that? Second of all, why are you saying this in front of like maybe potentially 4,000 people?
Well, they're also drunk as hell too, so of course that's why they're being taken advantage.
Well, last few things I'll ask you is first thing is, do you have anything planned coming up in 2025 after you fully recover?
So like I said, Danes and Dorks is on hiatus right now.
Mhm.
But we're in the talks of how the show should go. So be on the lookout for that. And then as far as the main YouTube channel, I'm gonna be doing those cooking streams or cooking challenges.
Mhm.
But yeah, other than that, you'll catch me playing games on my YouTube gaming channel, Nomiwithoutyou play or Kick.
Mhm. And Kick, definitely we have to have Aiden Ross put you on. That's how it works.
That would be cool if me and Aiden Ross just shoot the breeze. We'll just talk
He just
whatever's going
rated you.
down.
You get like 20,000 viewers instantly. That would be insane.
I don't know what I would do if I got that, like 20,000 viewers. Like, welcome.
All of
I
them
don't
just
know.
donating hundreds of dollars to you, just giving you like thousands of dollars. That'd be insane.
That'd be pretty cool. I'm like, hey, I got a pretty nasty hospital bill. If anyone wants to donate to that.
Yeah, I tell people we talked earlier about that. That's why people go to the hospital. Hospital bills are disgusting. Imagine that
Yeah.
costs a pretty penny to have a surgery.
Well, the hospital I went to was a private hospital, and it was very high end, but and it was cost affordable high end, but they charge you for everything, the blankets, the pillows. So that's why I was like, you know what? I think I would have been better cheaper if I was unalived. But but I'm grateful that I'm here, if anything. I'm happy that I'm here. I'm happy that I'm surviving. But yeah, like I said, that hospital bill, breathing, they'll charge me. Going to get water, they charged me. So yeah. I'm exaggerating on that, but yeah.
No, but like that's how it is. Like literally, even for like changing your registration on a car, they charge you for that. Like everything in life, they just charge you for. It's like that's the joke of being an adult. It's like what don't they charge you for
Mhm.
at this point? But last thing I'll ask you is, do you have any shout outs you want to give to anyone in particular, and anything else you want to say before we end the show?
Shout outs. Shout out to the real ones who are sticking here watching to the show, sticking around with you, hanging out, and then anyone else has been watching my stuff. So can't name them all, but when I say real ones, you know who you are.
Yeah, I always try to pop in whenever I can. She never says hi when I'm in the chat. She ignores me, but it's
Well,
okay.
you come in when we're in the high stakes of the game, so I apologize.
No, I tell people the same thing. It's like I am not tapping out to read a comment when I'm like literally mid-team fight in League of Legends. It's not happening. You
Yeah.
could literally be Scarlett Johansson in the chat. I would not reply to you, honestly.
Mhm.
And then afterwards, I would hate my life for not doing that. It's like what
Yeah.
Alan said in that season of 2.5 Men after like Charlie Sheen left. I have the tools to cope with whatever life throws at me. Like when you get all these
Mhm.
big bills, you're like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just go through it. You know?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
not high stakes in a game, Garrett. Not food, but no, I like stakes too. And speaking of food, after this, I am eating because I'm freaking starving after this.
I'm
You
gonna
know?
get myself something to eat as well.
Yeah, and I dated a Hispanic girl, so that means I know how you guys are. Honestly, that means I can celebrate Cinco de Mayo with you. So
Mm.
since you can speak Spanish, you should be able to say something for Spanish for people right now. Anything on top of your head?
Hasta luego.
And that is,
Have a good one.
oh God.
Yeah, that's a good way to tell people, like, take it easy.
All right, so thank you guys for checking out this episode of the MSK Show, and we'll see you guys later.